Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum, Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam, Prasannavadanam Dhyayet, Sarva Vignopashantaye. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Buddhirbalam Yashodhairyam Nirbhayatvam Arogitam Ajadyam Vakpatutvam Cha Hanumat Smaranat Bhavet Gurave Sarvalokanam Bhishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Vagarthaviva Sampraktau Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Tam Suryam Jagatam Natham Jnana-Vijnana-Mokshadam Mahapapaharam Devam Tam Suryam Pranamamyaham Yenakshara Samamnaya Madhigamya Maheshwarat Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam Tasmai Paninaye Namaha Yena dhauta girapumsam vimalaiः shabdavaribih tamaschagnanajam bhinnam tasmai paninaye namaha. Vakyakaram vararuchim bhashyakaram patanjalim paninim sutrakaram cha pranatosmi munitrayam. Yadaksharapadabhrashtam matrahinam cha yadbhavet tat sarvam kshamyatam devanarayana namostute kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami. Astu. So in the last class we were doing the Dvitiya Vibhakti, right? So Karaka Dvitiya, Upapada Dvitiya cha iti Dvitiya Dvividha. Karma Sanyam Puraskritya Pravartamana Dvitiya Karaka Dvitiya. Pariganita Padanam Yogamatrena Pravartamana Dvitiya Upapada Dvitiya. Karma Pravachaniya Sanyam Puraskritya Pravartamana Dvitiya Karma Pravachaniya Dvitiya. Esha Upapada Dvitiyayam eva antarbhavati. So we discussed this last week. So Dvitiya Vibhakti can be assigned for a word which is given the karma sanya. Means it will be a karaka, karma karakam sanyam. Okay. So the word which gets the karma karaka sanya can be given Dvitiya Vibhakti. A word can be given Dvitiya Vibhakti if it is in close proximity with another word. There is a list of words which can be influence the vibhakti of a word that are in association with that. So that is called Upapada Dvitiya. And then Karma Pravachaniya Dvitiya is also there. But Karma Pravachaniyam is a part of Upapada Dvitiya. But since the Karma Pravachaniyam itself is a vast list of conditions or factors that influence various vibhaktis, not only Dvitiya Vibhakti, through Karma Pravachaniyam, other vibhaktis can also be assigned. So it is labeled separately as Karma Pravachaniya Dvitiya. So what is the Paniniya Sutram that gives or assigns Dvitiya Vibhakti? Karmani Dvitiya. So this is the Sutram that gives a word, especially a word which has the Karaka, Karma Karaka Sanya. It will give Dvitiya Vibhakti to it. Anukte Karmani Dvitiya Syat. anukte. So that also we studied, anabhihite, right? So when this dvitiya vibhakti, just because a word gets the karma sanya, it does not get dvitiya vibhakti. Only when it is not abhihitam, then it will get dvitiya vibhakti. Ataha anukte karmani dvitiya syat. So when the karma karakam is not abhihitam, then it will get dvitiya vibhakti. Dvitiya vibhakti vidhayakam sutramidam. So this is the sutra that defines the dvitiya vibhakti. Karmani dvitiya bhavati iti anena sutrena uchyate. Kim tarhi karma ityakankshayam ashtabhihi sutraihi kaischit vartikaihi cha karma sanyam abhidiyate. So then what is karma? We studied in the karma karakam, in the karakas, what is, which word will get a karma karakam? Phalashrayam. Where there is phalashrayam, that word will be identified as the karma padam, right? So that is one way of identifying a word which gets the karma sanya. Then there are again other sutras or other factors that can label a word as a karma. That a word can get the karma sanya through other means, through other factors. So those we will study. There are 8 sutras that define a word as a karma. And there are some vartikas also. एतैः सूत्रैः इदं कर्म इति निर्णये जाते प्रकृतसूत्रेणैव द्वितीया प्रवर्तनीया. अतः कर्मसंज्ञाविधायकानि सूत्राणि बहूनि कर्मसंज्ञाम् अवलम्ब्य विधायकं तु एकमेव सूत्रम्. So this also we discussed briefly last week. So there are 8 sutras which define a word to be karma padam, or to get this karma sanya. But there is only one sutra that assigns dvitiya vibhakti to a word which gets the karma sanya. So though there are so many sutras that define which word will get the karma sanya, there is only one sutra which will assign dvitiya vibhakti to the karma. So through any of these sutras, a word can get karma sanya. But once a word gets the karma sanya, through this karmani dvitiya sutra, it will get dvitiya vibhakti. Upapada dvitiya vidhayakani sutrani vartikani cha anyani santi. Now, when a word gets dvitiya through the upapada, that is different. That does not come under karmani dvitiya. Okay? So that is a little different. We'll come to that later. Ataha yena yena sutrena karma sanya vidhiyate tatra tatra karmani dvitiya iti ekenaiva sutrena dvitiya pravartate iti jneyam. Sarvasu karaka vibhaktishu esha eva saranihi adrita paninina iti smaraniyam. So even with the other karakas also, it is the same. Karana karakam can be assigned to a word by various sutras. There might be various factors which make a word karanakarakam. But once the word gets karanakarakam sanya, then it will be assigned trutiya vibhakti through one sutram only. Okay? There is only one sutram that assigns trutiya vibhakti to a word that has karana sanya. Similarly, sampradana sanya, apadana sanya, and adhikarana sanya. Okay? So let us see Karaka Dvitiya. So we are on page number 17. So here, Pachakaha Tandulan Pachati. Karturipsitatamam Karma. This sutra we have already discussed earlier. Karturipsitatamam Karma. Kartuhu Kriyaya Aptum Ishtatamam Karakam Karma Sanyam Syat. This we studied under the Karaka Prakaranam in the previous section. So the kartu, the karta, through the kriya that he does, what is it that he wants? What is he expecting out of that kriya? Now, every time we do a kriya, we have some expectation of the result. When we are reading something, we want to understand what we are reading. When we are eating something, we want to obtain the result, like either satiating our hunger or some nutrition or whatever it is. So there is a phalakanksha for every kriya that a karta does. So where that phalashrayam is, that will be the karma. Okay, so kriyaya aptum ishtatamam karakam karmasanyam syat. Pachakah tandulan pachati. Ityatra pachakah karta. Tasya pakakriyaya aptum ishtatamaha tandulah karma. So what he wants out of this pachaka kriya, he wants the tandulam. And the tandulam in a edible form means the softened tandulam. Ataha karma bhutat, and that phalam is obtained in the tandulam. That softening of the rice happens in the tandulam. So tandulam, the phalashrayam tandulam asti. Ataha tandulam will get the karmakaraka sanya, karma sanya. तस्य पाकक्रियया आप्तुम् इष्टतमः तण्डुलः कर्म अतः कर्मभूतात् तण्डुलात् कर्मणि द्वितीया इति द्वितीया भवति. Okay, so the karmabhutat tandulat karmani dvitiya, with the sutra karmani dvitiya, it will get dvitiya vibhakti. Okay, so chaturtham prushtam pashyantu. So on the 4th page, he's asking us to see where the karakas are explained. That is the lesson on the karakas, which we have covered this sutra in that page. So it is referred here again. Chaturtham prushtam pashyantu. So here on page 4 also we have this karturipsitatamam karma. That sutra is explained in detail there. So that reference was given. So this is one by which a word gets karma sanya is karturipsitatamam karma. That which is most wanted by the karta gets the karmakarakam. Pantaha gramam gachan trinam sprishati visham bhunkte. These are two sentences. Now here trinam sprishati. Trinam also gets the dvitiya vibhakti. Visham bhunkte. Visham is also getting dvitiya vibhakti. But are these karturipsitatamam? Does the karta really want visham, to eat visham? No. Similarly, pantaha gramam gachan trinam sprishati. While he is going to the gramam, on the way he has to pass through the fields where there is grass, and that sparsha is happening. But is that his objective to touch the grass or whatever? No, that is not what he wants through his action of gachan. That is not what he wants. What he wants is to reach the gramam. That is his main intention. So this is not his ipsita tamam. But still, trinam will get dvitiya vibhakti. This sprishati is happening as a part of this gamana kriya. So this sparshana kriya is not happening because the karta specifically wants to touch the grass. There can be a situation where that is the main objective of the karta. He wants to touch the grass and see what kind of grass it is, maybe, in a different context. That might be the primary objective of the karta. But here it is not. Here he's going to the gramam, walking through the fields where this touching is happening, though it is not his main intention. So, tatha yuktancha anipsitam. Okay, so this is another sutra. Tatha yuktancha anipsitam cha anipsitam. Tatha yuktam cha anipsitam. That is the padavibhaga here. So, tatha yuktam. Yuktam means that kind of association. Like how karturipsitatamam karma, where the karta through his action, what is he associating himself with, that word, right? Through his action. So here that yuktam means in the same way, a karta can be associated with something else, but he does not desire that, not out of desire, not out of wanting to achieve that. That is not the intention here. Cha anipsitam. So he does not want, but that association is happening just like in the previous case. Like how when the karta is associating with the object out of his own interest, in the same way here also the association is happening similarly, but without the ipsita tamam. Means he is not desiring, he does not want that in particular. but it is happening. That association is happening. So tatha yuktam indicates that the association is happening in the same way, but not out of the interest of the karta. So here, like I said, trinam sprishati, that sparshana kriya is happening as a part of his gamana kriya. It is not that he wants that to happen. That is not the main intention. And visham bhunkte. Sometimes an enemy might force a person to eat poison, right? So the eating kriya happens in the same way as when the karta is eating with interest, wanting to eat. That also the kriya vyapara will happen in the same way. The food has to go into the mouth, the chewing has to happen, the swallowing has to happen. So the vyapara is the same, only that here the person does not want to eat anipsitam, but still he's eating. Since we are looking at the vyapara and the phalam. So since the vyapara and the phalam are similar, whether it is done by the ishta of the karta or not, it is still considered as karma. So that is how it gets the karma sanya. So tatha yuktanchani psitam. Okay, so through this sutra, the karma sanya. Ipsita tamam, ipsita tama tamavat, ipsita tamavat kriyaya yuktam anipsitamabappi karakam karma sanyam syat. So ipsita tamavat, like how the action is done when the karta desires to do that, and the desire that he has on the phalam. Kriyaya yuktam, the same kind of association when it is there. Anipsitamapi, even when it is not desired by the karta. Karakam karma sanyam syat. So the karma sanya will happen. Okay, so that is as per this sutram. Any questions so far? So this yes, Mahodaya.
This is Narayana. So I got the point, but Trinam and Visham, both karma sanya, right? Even though the intention is not to do primarily that action. I understood that part. How does the grama is the primary part? Still the Trinam and Visham get the karma sanya. I got it, but still I'm not very clear though.
So here your question might be why sprishati is given as the main kriya padam, though it is not the one that is most wanted by the karta. Is that your question, Mahodaya?
Right. So Trinam Prishati Visham Bhumte, right? Both. Right? So
okay.
The Trinam and Visham get the Ditya Vibhakti, even though it is not directly intended by the Karta, right?
Yes.
That is what you explained, but what they're trying to say, I'm not very clear on that.
So basically, see, you have a boy read a book. Okay, balakaha patham pathati. Now, there is a case where the boy will be reading the book whether he likes it or not. Sometimes the parent might force the boy to read, so he is reading. So there, it is not his interest to read the book, but he is still reading, and the action associated is the same. The vyapara is the same, the phalam is same, everything is the same. Whereas whether he does it with interest or without interest, the phalam and the vyaparam are still the same. So here, since in the first sutra, karturipsitatamam karma, there this particular sutra is talking about what the karta desires the most out of his action. That word will get the karma karakam. That is being described. So here we have to handle the cases where even when the karta does not like to do certain actions, or the phalam is not his what he desires, still since the vyapara and the phalam are the same, that also will still get the karma karakam. So this second sutra will cover the exceptional cases where though the karta is not interested but is still made to do certain kriyas, the karma karakam, that object will still get the karma karakam. So because in the first sutra, karturipsita tamam karma, the anipsita kriyas are not covered under that. So visham bhunkte, if we don't have this sutra, tatha yuktancha anipsitam, if we don't have this sutra, in visham bhunkte, what karaka sanya will visham, the visha padam will get, the shabda. It will not get, because it is not ipsitam, we cannot assign karma.
Okay.
But it should still get the karma sanya, because that is how the prayogas are there. So the Panini has mentioned, even though it is not desired by the karta, if the vyapara and the phala are still the same, it will still get the karma sanya. So you might ask, why even give this or use this word ipsitam? Ipsitatamam, why to even use? Why can't we simply say, whatever is done by the karta and the phalashrayah kutra asti tadeva karmapadam. Why can't we say that? So again, there will be several factors related to that, because by the ipsitatamam, by having that word ipsitatamam, we already discussed that there might be for the dvikarmaka kriyapadani, when there are more than one objects, more than one pada which has the karma karakam, which is the mukhya karma and which is the gauna karma. That also we need to be able to identify. So for such other reasons, this ipsitatamam is included in this original sutra. And to cover the cases where though the karta is not interested, but still through his action, the vyapara and the phalam are still the same way. The association is still the same, like how it is in the ipsita karma. So that is why anipsitam, tatha yuktancha anipsitam karmakarakam eva bhavati. So that is also again explicitly mentioned. And here, so now let us continue on to the next page, page number 18. And here let us see how this anipsita tamam or anipsita karma is explained, or how the anipsita karma also gets the karma sanya and dvitiya vibhakti. Let us see that. So we are on page number 18 now. ईप्सिततमं कर्म भवति इति पूर्वसूत्रेण उक्तम्. अनीप्सितम् अपि कर्म भवति. तत् कथं? तदित्थं भक्तः गंगां स्पृशति इत्यादौ यथा भक्तस्य स्पर्शनक्रियाजन्यसंयोगः गंगायां भवति, तथैव पान्तः ग्रामं गच्छन् तृणं स्पृशति इत्यादौ अपि पान्थस्य स्पर्शनक्रियाजन्यसंयोगः तृणे भवति, किन्तु पूर्वत्र गंगां स्पृशामि इति भक्तस्य इच्छा अस्ति, अतः गंगा ईप्सिततमा. तृणं स्पृशति इत्यत्र तु पान्थस्य तृणं स्पृशामि इति इच्छा नास्ति, तथापि क्रियाजन्यसंयोगरूपफलाश्रयत्वात् तृणं कर्मसंज्ञां प्राप्नोति. So here what is being said is, now a devotee, bhaktaha gangam sprishati. The sparshana kriya is happening here. But here the bhakta is, he has a desire to touch the Ganga river. So here the Ganga is ipsitatamam karma. Iti sutrena eva karma sanyam bhavati. But when the Pantaha is going into the village, he is crossing the fields, there also he is touching the grass. The Sparshana Kriya is happening there also. But there, the Pantaha, he doesn't have a desire to touch the grass. So, though there is no desire to touch the grass, but still the Sparshana Kriya is happening in the same way like how the Sparshana Kriya is happening when the Bhaktaha wantedly, with the desire, touches the Ganga river. So here sparshana kriyajanya sanyogaha trine api bhavati, kintu purvatra gangam sprishati iti bhaktasya ichha asti, atra ichha nasti. Okay, panthasya trinam sprishami iti ichha nasti. So that is the only difference. In one case there is ichha, in the other case there is no ichha, but the vyapara is still the same. क्रियाजन्य संयोग रूप phalashrayatvat trinam karma sangyam prapnoti. So the phalashrayatvam is there in the trinam. So it will get the karma sanya because the vyapara is still the same. Whether the grass is being touched with ichha or not, the vyapara is still the same and the phalashrayatvam is still there. So it will get the karma sanya. ईप्सिततमवत् sarvam atra bhavati ichham vina ityarthaha. So like how the vyapara and the phalashrayatvam is happening when there is ichha for the karta to do that action. Everything is being done in the same way. The vyapara and the phalashrayatvam is the same, except only the ichha is not there. पान्तः ग्रामं गच्छन् तृणं स्पृशति इत्यत्र ग्रामः ईप्सिततमः एव इति कर्तुरीप्सिततमं कर्म इति सूत्रेणैव कर्मसंज्ञां प्राप्नोति. So here going to the village is the main objective of this pantah. So there the ipsitatamam is there. So gramam will get the karma sanya by the sutra ipsitatamam. Okay, karturipsitatamam karma. But the trinam will not get the karma sanya based on the same sutra. Trinam through udasinam. Yataha trinasparshaha gamana samaye na antariyakataya bhavati. Means without. Okay. So udasinam means like neutral. There is no particular ichha by the pantaha to touch the trinam. So without the ichha, neutrally that action is happening, but still the phalashrayatvam is there in the trinam. So trinam also will get a karma sanya, but not by the sutra karturipsitatamam karma, not by that. Okay. By which sutra it will get the karma sanya? Tatha yuktancha anipsitam. Okay, tatha yuktam. So the sanyoga is still the same. The vyapara is still the same. The phalashrayatvam is still happening in the same way. But it is not desired by the karta. So tatha yuktam cha anipsitam. By that sutra, it will get the karma sanya, the trinam. Tathapi स्पर्शजन्यसंयोगः अस्ति इति अनेन सूत्रेण तृणं कर्मसंज्ञां प्राप्नोति. ततः द्वितीया. अत्र तृणस्य उदासीनत्वे अपि इच्छां वर्जयित्वा ईप्सिततमवत् सर्वम् अस्ति इति कर्मसंज्ञा भवति इति ज्ञेयम्. So we have to remember that though the ichha is not there, everything else is happening in the same way. Like if the karta is desiring that action, he desires to do that action, or he's doing that action with a desire to obtain a phalam. Okay, here the phalam is obtained without any desire. Ichha vina bhavati. Kintu vyapara phalashrayatvam samanameva. Ataha karma sanyam bhavati. In the second sentence, Devadattaha visham bhunkte. Iti tu yada vairina nigrihyamanaha anichan api visham bhunkte. Tada idam udaharanam. So here we have Devadattaha visham bhunkte. Why is Devadatta consuming the visham? Vairina nigrihyamanaha anichan api. So he has been held by the enemy. Okay, Vairina Nigrihyamanaha, being held by the enemy, Anichanapi, even though he doesn't like, Visham Bhunkte. He was forced to eat the Visham. Tada idam udaharanam. Devadattaha odanam bhunkte. Ityatra bhujadhatoho artaha galabiladhaha sanyogarupam phalam tadanukula vyaparascha. So when we say Devadattaha odanam bhunkte, what is the vyapara and what is the phalam? So gala biladhaha sanyoga rupam phalam. Gala, throat, bila, that food pipe through which the food goes when we swallow. Okay, sanyoga rupam. There is a sanyogam happening there. And tadanukula vyaparascha. So that is the phalam. So what is the phalam for bhunkte? Finally being that swallowing of the food. Only then we say the phalam is happening. So, and what is being swallowed? The odanam. So, odane phalashrayatvam asti. So, we call that as the, it will get the karma sanya. So, gala biladaha sanyoga rupa phalashrayattvena ishyamanaha odanaha. So, here the odanam is being taken with ichha. The phalashrayatvam is still gala biladaha sanyoga rupa phalashrayatvam. Atastasya karma sanya yatha bhavati tathaiva visham bhunkte ityatrapi इच्छायाः अभावे अपि गलबिलाधः संयोगरूपफलाश्रयत्वात् विषस्य कर्मसंज्ञा अनेन सूत्रेण भवति. Okay, so here though the visham bhunkte, the same sanyoga rupam is happening. The galabiladaha sanyoga rupa phalashrayatvat eva bhavati. Okay, so the vyapara is the same. The phalashrayatvam is also there in the visham. But only thing that is absent here is the ichha. So though the ichha is not there, everything else is happening like in the ipsita tamavat eva. So by this sutra, tathayuktam cha anipsitam. By this sutra, the visham will get the karma sanya, and once a word gets the karma sanya, karmani dvitiya. By this sutra, it will get dvitiya vibhakti. अत्र विषस्य द्वेष्यत्वे अपि इच्छां वर्जयित्वा ईप्सिततमवत् सर्वमस्ति इति कर्मसंज्ञा भवति इति ज्ञेयम्. So though there is this dveshya bhava towards the visham, he doesn't like to eat the visham, but he is forced to eat. So only the ichha is the only thing that is absent. Everything else, the vyapara and the phalam is the same. So because of that, the karma sanya is assigned to the visha shabda and it will get vidya vibhakti. Okay, now let us see. So far we have covered two cases where a word can get karma sanya. One is karturipsitatamam karma, that which is most desired by the karta will get the karma sanya. And then tatha yuktancha anipsitam, that which is also not desired by the karta, but still the action happens in the same way as the ipsitatamam, the vyapara and the phalam. That also will get the karma sanya. So these are the two cases so far we have discussed which word gets the karma sanya. Now the third one. Okay, the third one is based on the dvikarmaka kriyapadani. Let us look at the sentences and then the explanation. Gopalaha gam dogdhi payaha. Vamanaha balim yachate vasudham. Panthaha manavakam panthanam pruchhati. Guruhu balam dharmam brote. Krishivalaha ajam gramam nayati. So the sutram here is akathitancha. Akathitam. Kathitam means that which has been told. Akathitam, that which has not been told. Okay. Apadanadi visheshaihi avivakshitam karakam karma sanyam syat. Avivakshitam, that which has not been told. Akathitam, that which has not been told. So here the avivakshitam is the important point. So when it has not been explicitly stated, okay, that word or that karakam which has not been explicitly declared will get the karma karakam. Okay, so what could be explicitly stated? Apadanadi karakani. So that word could have explicitly been stated to get the apadana karakam or the sampradana karakam or the adhikarana karakam or the karana karakam. But if it is not explicitly stated, a word which could have gotten the apadana karakam, if it is not explicitly stated, then it will get karma karakam. Only for a dvikarmaka kriyapadam, not any case, not everywhere where a word can get apadanam, it is not eligible to get the karma karakam by this sutra. Okay, only for a dvikarmaka dhatu. Okay, one word will be the prathama karma. Okay, that will definitely get only karma karakam, and that has to be explicitly stated. But this is a second word which can also qualify to be the second karma will get that karmatvam, karmakarakatvam only if it is not explicitly assigned any other karakam, like apadana karakam or. We'll look at the examples, you will understand better. So, dvikarmaka sthale sutrasya asya pravrittihi. So, this sutra is applicable only in a dvikarmaka sthale, means only when the dhatu is a dvikarmaka dhatu. Asya pravrittihi yatra bhavati tatra kartureepsitatamam karma iti sutrena eva siddham pradhanam karma anyat bhavatyeva. So even here, for a dvikarmaka dhatu, like I said earlier, the pradhana karma will get the karma karakatvam only by the sutra kartureepsitatamam karma. Okay, the second word will get the karma karakatvam by the akathitancha if that has not been assigned any other karakam explicitly. Okay, tadrisha karmana yuktam apadanam sampradanam adhikaranam va bhavati. So like I said, tadrisha karmana yuktam apadanam sampradanam adhikaranam va bhavati. Tatra apadanattvena avivakshitva karmatvena vivakshayam karmasanyam bhavati. So that pradhana karma also will have an association with the other word through the apadana karakam or sampradana karakam or adhikaranam or whatever. So, but if those karakas are not explicitly avivakshatam chet, okay, then the karma sanya will be assigned. Anena sutrena yasya karma sanya tad gaunam karma iti uchyate. So by this sutra, akathitancha, when a word gets the karma sanya by this sutra, akathitancha, then that word which gets the karma sanya will be identified as gauna karma or apradhana karma. Okay, it is not the pradhana karma. Pradhana karma will always be the most desired by the karta. Ipsitatamam eva pradhana karma. So let us look at some sentences. Gopalaha gam dogdhi payaha. So here duh dhatoho arthaha drava dravya vibhaga rupam phalam. So dravyam is being separated from the dravam, or the dravam is being separated from the dravyam. So liquid is being separated from the material. That is duh dhatoho arthaha. Tadanukula vyaparascha. Vibhagarupa phalashrayatvat payasaha kartureepsitatamam karma ityanena karmatvam. So the payas shabdaha, payaha, milk. That is what is most desired by Gopala. By doing this action of dogdhi, what is he desiring? Is he desiring to get the cow? No, he desires the milk from the cow. So milk is what is the most desired. So by the sutra kartureepsitatamam karma, payas shabdaha will get karmatvam and it will get dvitiya vibhakti. Ataha eva asya mukhya karmatvam. So because it is the most desired, ipsitatamam, it will get the mukhya karmatvam also. Goes to avadhitvat apadanatvam. So here the milk is being extracted from the cow. So the cow will get apadanam because there is that avadhi. Tadapadanatvasya avivakshayam karmatvam anena vivakshyate. So if that apadanam is not clearly or explicitly stated by the Vakta, then it will get karmatvam. By the sutram akathitam, because akathitam, nothing has been told or explicitly said. So if the apadanatvam is not explicitly mentioned, avivakshayam karmatvam. Okay, avivakshayam karmatvam. Because it has not been explicitly stated, the apadanatvam, it will get karmatvam. Ataha eva goho apradhana karmatvam. So that is why it will become apradhana karma, gauna karma. Tataha ubhayatra api dvitiya bhavati. Kena sutrena karmani dvitiya iti sutrena. Goho yadi apadanattvena vivaksha tada gopalaha goho payaha dogdhi iti prayogaha sambhavati. If there was vivaksha, if the speaker chooses to explicitly state the apadanatvam of the go shabda, then the sentence would have been gopalaha goho payaha dogdhi iti prayogaha sambhavati. Okay. So here this is the duh dhatu. In the akarmaka dhatus, we have a list of dhatus which are mentioned on the next page. We shall look into each of these sentences with each dhatu. Okay. So when there is vivaksha of the apadanadi karakatvam, then this karmatvam will not be assigned. Only when the vivaksha is not there, then based on this sutra akathitancha, a word can get the karma sanya. Okay, only for a dvikarmaka dhatu, not for any dhatu, only for dvikarmaka dhatus. So this is the third case where a word gets the karma sanya. So the first case is when it is most desired by the karta, karturipsitatamam karma. The second one is tatha yuktam cha anipsitam. Even when it is not desired, if still the relation is the same as that of the ipsita karma, then also it will get the karma sanya. And the third one is when it is not vivaksha. When the other karakattvas are not vivaksha, then a word will get of a dvikarmaka dhatu, it will get the karma sanya. And it will become the gauna karma of that dhatu. Let us look at the next sentence. Vamanaha balim yachate vasudham yachate yach dhatu. Okay, asking. So what is the vyapara of the yach or the phalam? By asking somebody something, we are getting something. So what was theirs originally will become ours. Okay, that is the phalam of the yach dhatu. Yach dhatoho arthaha paraswatva nivritti purvaka swaswatvoत्पत्ति rupam phalam tadanukula vyaparascha. So that which is somebody else's, paraswatva, nivritti purvaka. So it has to be given away from them, nivritti. Okay. Swaswatvoत्पत्ति, and it has to be acquired by us. So given away by somebody, their own property or their own possession, and acquired by us. So that is the phalam. Tadanukula vyaparascha. स्वस्वत्वोत्पत्तिरूपफलाश्रयत्वात् वसुधायाः कर्तुरीप्सिततमं karma. So this phalashrayatvam, that which is given away and possessed by the taker, by the receiver, that phalashrayatvam is in Vasudham, is in Vasudha, because Vasudha is the one that is being given away by Bali and received by Vamana. So that will get the, and that is what is most desired by Vamana through his action of yachate. By asking what is he desiring the most, the Vasudha, not Bali, right? So Vasudhayaha karmatvam bhavati. Kena sutrena karturipsitatamam karma. Ataha Vasudhayaha mukhya karmatvam. Since this is the most desired by the karta, it will get mukhya karmatvam. Bale hetu avadhitvat apadanatvam. The Bali shabda, because it is being separated. The Vasudha is being separated from the Bali. Okay. So here this avadhibhutam asti. So because of the avadhitvat, it will get apadanatvam. Kintu, if this apadanatvam is not mentioned, is not vivaksha, so tad apadanatvasya avivakshayam karmatvam anena vivakshyate. So the karmatvam will be obtained. This word will get karmatvam because if the apadanatvam is avivaksha, ataha balehe apradhana karmatvam. So it will get apradhana karmatvam or gauna karmatvam. Tataha ubhayatra api dvitiya bhavati. Kena sutrena karmani dvitiya iti sutrena. Apadanatvam eva yadi vivakshiyate tada vamanaha balehe vasudham yachate iti prayogaha sambhavati. If the apadanatvam was vivaksha, okay, if it had been explicitly stated, then the sentence would have been Vamanaha balehe vasudham yachate iti prayogaha sambhavati. balehe, bali shabdasya, ikaranta pumlinga shabdasya panchami vibhakti. Okay, so here you all must be wondering, so vivaksha, if the speaker intends to, then it will get the apadanatvam, otherwise. So here, all this is going on in the mind of the Vakta. So if he intends to explicitly state the karakatvam, the apadana karakatvam, he will say Vamanaha balehe vasudham yachate. If he doesn't want to explicitly state the apadanatvam, then automatically it will get only the karmatvam, not any other karakam. Only the karmatvam it will get. So when the apadanatvam, or whatever the word originally is supposed to get, which karaka it should get, if that is not explicitly stated, which karaka should be assigned? Why cannot it be assigned some karana karakatvam or something else? No, it will get only the karmatvam through akathitancha. Okay, so that also we have to remember. So for a dvikarmaka dhatu, with a dvikarmaka dhatu, the pradhana karma will get the karma karakam by karturipsitatamam karma. For the second word, if you do not want to explicitly state any other karakatvam, then by default you can assign the karma karakatvam. That is what is being told. So say for example, you are writing a sentence on your own. Okay, so you want to say that the student is asking the teacher a question. So the guru shabda. So chhatraha prashnam pruchhati. So by asking, he wants to get some knowledge. He has some question and he wants to get an answer. An answer is nothing but some knowledge, right? So whom is he asking? He's asking the guru. So from the guru, he is expecting an answer. So here the guru shabda can be sampradhanam or can be apadanam also, depending on again how you look at it, right? If you are looking at it that he is acquiring the knowledge from the guru, then you can say that the guru shabda will get the apadanatvam. But if you say that the question is being directed towards the guru, you can also apply sampradhanam. Okay, but normally because it is yeah, you can apply it both ways. So say for example, if a guru is testing the student, So here, more than asking the question for knowledge sake, the question is being directed towards the chatraha. Okay, so in such cases, sampradhanam can also be assigned to the chatraha. So guruhu chatram prashnam pruchhati, that is one way, and then chatraya prashnam pruchhati. So here the action is being directed towards the chatra in that case. Okay, that is not very commonly used, but I'm just telling like how the vivaksha can be, how you want to express, how the vakta wants to express. Okay, so say for example, there are a group of students and the guru is asking a question and he specifically is asking a particular student. So not anybody can answer. Only that particular student has to answer. So that asking the question, that action is being directed towards one particular student. To emphasize on that point, the chatra can be put in sampradhana, okay, and chaturthi vibhakti, only to indicate that. Okay, so like that, with every context, there will be a little change in how you assign the karakatvam. So it all depends on how you are. In some cases, it is fixed, depending on the vyapara. But in other cases, especially with the dvikarmaka dhatu, the second word can get apadanatvam or sampradhanatvam, depending on how the vakta wants to express. Okay. So going on to the next sentence, Pantaha manavakam panthanam pruchhati. So here prach dhatu, this is also dvikarmaka dhatu. So the pantaha panthanam pruchhati. So by asking here, what is he expecting? The knowledge of the way, how to go, the path. And whom is he asking? He is asking Manavaka. So here from Manavaka he is getting an answer. So the Manavaka can get apadanatvam and get the Panchami Vibhakti if the Vakta chooses to explicitly state that. Otherwise, if it is not explicitly stated, it will get karmatvam. So let us look. Prach dhatoho arthaha jignasitavya arthajnana roopam phalam. Okay, jignasitavya arthajnana roopam phalam. Jignasitavyartha jnana roopam phalam. Like that we can say actually. Okay, to acquire the knowledge, for that purpose, jnana roopam phalam. Tadanukulah kena patha gantavyam iti abhilapadi rupa vyaparascha. So, kena patha, by which road or by which path should I go? Okay, so gantavyam, kena patha gantavyam iti abhilapadi rupa vyaparascha. So, what will be the vyapara? By which road should I go? I would like to go to this particular city. So, okay, you can take this road. By this road, you will go till there, by that road. So, this abhilapadi means that conversation. Okay, that is the vyapara here. And the phalam is that jnanam of the final margam. So, panthanam will be the final jnanam that is attained by the panthaha, by the panthaha. So, that will become the mukhya karma. And it will get karmatvam by the sutra karturipsitatamam karma, because that is what the pantaha is desiring the most, to know the way, okay, to know the margam. So jnana rupa phalashrayatvat vishayata sambandhena pataha karturipsitatamam karma ityanenaiva karmatvam. So here this knowledge is a vishayam, it is not an object. So vishayata sambandhena. Okay, the jnana rupa phalashrayatvam is there in the patha, in the patha shabda. So the karturipsitatamam karma, with that sutra it will get karmatvam and dvitiya karmani dvitiya. By that sutra it will get the dvitiya vibhakti and it will become panthanam. Manavakasya tu avadhitvat apadanatvam. So the knowledge is being acquired from manavakam, from manavaka. So apadanam, normally if it is vivaksha, it would get apadanatvam. Tadapadanatvasya avivakshayam karmatvam anena vivakshyate. So if the apadanatvam is not vivaksha, then it will get karmatvam. Ataha manavakasya apradhana karmatvam. So when it gets karmatvam, it will be apradhana karmatvam and gauna karmatvam. So tataha ubhayatra api dvitiya. And once both the words get karmatvam, one by the sutra karturipsitatamam karma, the second one by the sutra akathitancha. Once they get the karmatvam, both the words will get dvitiya vibhakti by the sutra karmani dvitiya. Apadanattvameva yadi vivakshyate tada manavakat panthanam pruchhati iti prayogaha sambhavati. Okay, if the apadanatvam of the manavaka shabda was explicitly stated, then the sentence would have been manavakat panthanam pruchhati. Okay, so let us move on to the next sentence. Guruhu balam dharmam brute. Bru dhatoho arthaha jnana roopam phalam tadanukulaha shabda prayoga roopaha vyaparascha. Okay, so bru dhatu. So there is a slight difference between pruchhati and bru. When you are asking somebody, you have the expectancy of receiving some knowledge, some answer. When you are saying something, okay, here by saying something, somebody else is acquiring knowledge. By you saying something, somebody else is acquiring knowledge. But here, the way you are saying, the vyaparam is a little different. You are simply saying, you are making shabda prayoga rupaha. Okay, but in the previous case, jignasitavyartha. Okay, with the jignasa you are asking. Here you are only saying. Here there is no jignasa to gain some knowledge. You are only stating something that you know. The bru shabdasya arthaha. Bru dhatoho arthaha. Jnana rupam phalam. The phalam is still the same in both cases. Jnana rupam phalam eva. But the vyapara is a little different. So here also, since whatever is being said is vishayam, it is not like an object. Vishayata sambandhena jnana rupa phalashrayatvat dharmasya karturipsitatamam karma ityanenaiva karmatvam. Okay, so dharmam is being told. Okay, so guruhu balam dharmam brute. So he is telling the dharma to the bala. So what is the main intention of the guru? To speak the dharma. To speak the dharma, to explain the dharma. Okay, so that is the most ipsitatamam. So by the sutra kartur ipsitatamam karma, the dharma shabda will get karmatvam, pradhana karmatvam, and balasya tu karma bhuta dharmena abhipreyamanatvat sampradhanatvam. Like how I said in the earlier case also, pruchati, when the guru is directing the question to a particular student, then we can also take it in the sense of sampradhana. Similarly, here also, the dharmam is being told, or it is the intention of explaining the dharma is towards for this bala to understand this, for the purpose of the bala. So, bala shabda will get sampradhanatvam. Sampradhanatvasya avivakshayam balasya anena karmatvam. So, if the sampradhanatvam is not explicitly stated, then the karmatvam is assigned to the bala shabda, which will be the gauna karmatvam, pradhana karmatvam, tataha ubhayatra api dvitiya bhavati, kena sutrena karmani dvitiya iti sutrena. Balasya yadi sampradhanattvena vivaksha tada guruhu balaya dharmam brute iti prayogaha sambhavati eva. If there is vivaksha, so when the Vakta is speaking, if he wants to show the sampradhanatvam of the Bala Shabda, then the sentence would be Guruhu Balaya Dharmam Brute iti prayogaha sambhavati eva. Okay. So far, any questions? Okay. So the next sentence is Krishi Valaha Ajam Gramam Nayati. Ni dhatoho artaha praptirupam phalam tadanukula yogya marga sanyojanadirupa vyaparascha. So when you are carrying something, ni dhatu means carrying. Finally, you are obtaining something, right? Praptirupam phalam, carrying a thing from one place to another. So there, the object is being placed somewhere. There, that prapti is happening. It reached a particular place. Tadanukula yogya marga sanyojanadirupa vyaparascha. So marga, so it is being carried, okay, through a marga, and sanyojana. There is a sanyojanam happening with that Uttaradesha, right? You are taking a book from this place and putting it somewhere else. So there is all this happening in the vyapara. Praptirupa phalashrayatvat ajayaha karturipsitatamam karma. So here the aja is the one that is being carried. So finally, when it reaches the destination, and that is the phalam that is expected, and that phalashrayatvam is in aja, it will get the karmatvam based on the sutra karturipsitatamam karma. Why? Because the krishi valaha, that is what he desires. He does not desire to go to the grama. What he desires through this action is taking the aja from wherever it is to the grama. Ityaneneva karmatvam. Ajayaha adharatvat gramaha adhikaranam. But gramam is the place which is the adhara for the aja. So normally it should get adhikaranatvam. Gramasya adhikaranatva vivakshayam anena karmatvam. So if this adhikaranatvam is not vivaksha, if it is not explicitly stated by the Vakta, then it will get karmatvam, gauna karmatvam, apradhana karmatvam. Tataha ubhayatra api dvitiya भवति केन सूत्रेण कर्मणि द्वितीया इति सूत्रेण यदि ग्रामस्य अधिकरणत्वं विवक्ष्यते तदा कृषीवलः ग्रामे अजां नयति इति प्रयोगः सम्भवति. So if the vivaksha was there for the adhikaranatvam, then the sentence would have been Krishivalah grame ajam nayati, into the village. The farmer took the goat into the village. To the village also you can say. But here, because the Saptami is there, into the village. If the Dvitiya Vibhakti is used, if the locative case is not explicit, to the village. The farmer took the goat to the village, into the village. There is a slight difference, right, in the way the sentence is put. Meaning wise, it is still the same, but the way you express. So here also same. Even in Telugu, we have Gramamloniki తీసుకెళ్ళాడు, Gramaniki తీసుకెళ్ళాడు. Gramaniki when it is Dvitiya Vibhakti, when the Grama Shabda gets Karmatvam. Gramamloki తీసుకెళ్ళాడు is Adhikaranam. Okay, so like that you can say. In Telugu, I can tell, I don't know other languages, so you can accordingly try to, analyze that how it is being used in your respective languages, but that is how it is. In English also we see that differentiation. So the farmer took the goat to the village, into the village. That is the difference, but meaning wise it is still the same. Okay, so here we have these dvikarmaka dhatavaha. Ete dvikarmaka dhatavaha dogdhi, yachate, pachati, dandayati, runadhi, pruchati, चिनोति, ब्रूते, शास्ति, जयति, मथ्नाति, मुष्णाति, नयति, हरति, कर्षति, वहति. Okay? एतदर्थकधातवः अपि द्विकर्मकाः एव, यथा भिक्षते, भाषते, वक्ति. So basically we have the dvikarmaka dhatus and any other dhatus which are same in meaning as any one of these dvikarmaka dhatus also behave similarly. Okay, we can do the same thing. The dvikarmaka, they will also get the dvikarmakatvam if they are similar in meaning to any one of these dvikarmaka dhatus, if they also will behave similarly, and the gauna karma will be there. Like bhikshate is similar in meaning to yachate. Bhashate is similar in meaning to brute. Vakti is also similar in meaning to brute. Okay. So here we have a karika which lists out all the dvikarmaka dhatus. Ete dhatavaha asyam karikayam sangrihitaha. Duhyach pach danda rudhiprachi chibrushas jimatmusham. Karmayuk syadakathitam tatha syannihrkrishvaham iti. Okay. So here duh, yach, pach, dand, rudh, rudhi, prach, chi, bru, shas, ji, math, mush, and then in the second line, in the last part, ni, hr, krish, and vah. These are the dvikarmaka dhatus. So here only examples of certain dhatus are given, right? So let us also look for the other dhatus, other dvikarmaka dhatus. So here, you can look at the screen. I'm sharing the sentences on the screen. So here, pachakaha tandulan odanam pachati. Okay. So here we have seen sentences like pachakaha tandulan pachati, tandulam pachati, tandulan pachati. So there, when only one karma is given, though pach dhatu is a dvikarmaka, you can still give only one karma padam. So when I say pachakaha tandulam pachati, tandulam will become the mukhya karma. Okay, because the viklitta rupam is also happening in the tandulam itself. Okay, so that will be the phalashrayatvam, and that will become the karma padam, and that is what is the most desired by the pachakaha. So it will get the karmatvam. Here we have tandulan and odanam. Odanam is the cooked form of the rice, and tandulaha is the grain, rice grain. So when we have both, which one will get the pradhana karmatvam? Odanam will get. Because what is the final phalashrayatvam? The viklitta rupam, the softened rice. So that phalam is in Odanam. It is not there in Tandulam. So Odanam will become the pradhana karma. Because the phalashrayatvam is in Odanam. So Odanam will get the pradhana karma. Now what is this Tandulam? With the rice, the cooked rice is made. With the rice grain, the cooked rice is cooked. So here we can say that the Tandulam is a sadhana, is an instrument, because it is being used as an instrument to make this cooking happen. There can be many instruments. For the cooking to happen, fire is an instrument, a vessel is an instrument. We use all this for this kriya to happen. So all of them can be used as instruments. But in this particular case, Tandula, this is what is mentioned here. Again, not every time all the sadhanas need not be mentioned. Whatever the Vakta chooses to express, that only will be there in the sentence. So here Tandulam. So normally it should have gotten the Karanakarakatvam. So if the Karanakarakatvam was Vivaksha, then the sentence would have been Pachakaha Tandulaihi Odanam Pachati. If the Karanakarakatvam is not Vivaksha, then it will get the Karmatvam by the Sutram Akathitancha, and it will get Dvitiya Vibhakti by the Sutram Karmani Dvitiya. So then the sentence is Pachakaha Tandulan Odanam Pachati. So the next sentence is Raja Gargan Shatam Dandayati. So Dand Dhatu. So here Dand Dhatu has two meanings. One is to punish, like by hitting, or whatever, Tadanam, by the Tadanam. The other one is, another meaning for the Dand Dhatu is taxing. Okay, by making the person pay taxes, the taxing. So here Garga are a group of people, like a class of people. So Raja Gargan Shatam Dandayati. So here we can take as Dandayati in both meanings, mean the same. What does it mean? So Dand Dhatu has Tadanam and Grahanam. Okay, Tadanam and Grahanam. Grahanam in the purpose of the tax, Tadanam in beating. Okay. So both these, the Dand Dhatu has both these arthas. So Gargan Shatam Dandayati. So what is most desired by the Raja? The Shatam, the 100 rupees or the 100 gold coins or whatever, the 100. So Shatam will be the Mukhya Karma. By the Karturi Ipsitatamam Karma, it will get the Karmatvam, the Shatam, and Gargan. And what is being extracted from the Gargas? Here, since Shatam is mentioned, whether the Gargas are being beaten up or are being just taxed, it is for the purpose of Shatam. So if this Gargas did not pay tax, they are getting beaten up to pay the tax. So finally they will be getting the tax. They will be collecting that Shatam. Or the tax, it is just the tax. Okay, either way, either through beating or just by asking them to pay tax. Either way, what is the result from the Gargas? That Shatam is being taken by the king. So Gargebhyaha, it will be Panchami. Again, Apadanatvam eva bhavati. Vivaksha asti chet. So Raja Gargebhyaha Shatam Dandayati. If the Vivaksha is there for the Apadanatvam. If the Apadanatvam is not Vivaksha, then it will get Karmatvam by the Sutra Akathitancha, and it will get Karmatvam and Dvitiya Vibhakti by the Sutra Karmani Dvitiya. In the next sentence, Gopalaha Vrajam Avarunadhi Gam. So Vrajam. Vrajam means a cow pen, a Godl Chavedi. So Gopalaha, he tied the horse in the Vrajam, in the cow pen. So here, what is the purpose of Gopala tying that horse? He does, not the horse, sorry, the cow. To have the possession of the cow. He wants the cow. He doesn't want the cow to go away somewhere. So he tied. So the result of his action of tying is, the phalam is, to have the cow. Okay, for the cow to be there. So that phalashrayatvam is there in the cow only. The cow is there. So Gam will be the Go Shabda will get the Pradhana Karmatvam by the Kartur Ipsitatamam Karma. And then, where is he tying this cow? In the Vraja. So, if the, so Adhikaranatvam asti. Vraja Shabdasya Adhikaranatvam asti. If the Adhikaranatvam is Vivaksha, then the sentence would be Gopalaha Vraje Avarunadhi Gam. Okay. If the Vivaksha is not there, then it will get Karmatvam through the Sutra, by the Sutra, Akathitancha, and it will get Dvitiya Vibhakti, and the sentence will be Gopalaha Vrajam Avarunadhi Gam. Okay. The next sentence is Krishakaha Vrikshan Avachinoti Phalani. So he is plucking the fruits from the trees. Krishakaha, the farmer. So what is most desired by the farmer by plucking the tree or the fruit? The fruit. So the phala shabda will get karmatvam by the sutra kartur ipsitatamam karma, and then the vriksha shabda. Here there is a separation happening. Avadhitvat apadanam bhavati. So if the apadanatvam is vivaksha, krishakaha vrikshebhyaha avachinoti phalani will be the sentence. If the apadanatvam is not vivaksha, then it will get karmatvam by the sutra agathitancha, and once it gets the karmatvam, it will get dvitiya vibhakti by the sutra karmani dvitiya, and the sentence would be krishakaha vrikshan avachinoti phalani. The next one is Arakshakaha Shatam Jayati Devadattam. This is also similar to the Dandayati. But whereas in Dandayati, there is more emphasis on that forcefulness, that punishment. Jayati, also when you are Jayati has several meanings actually. To win is one meaning. To win is one meaning, and also to grahanam. So how do you win normally in wars? When a king wins, how is he winning? Either by tadanam, right? He's killing the other soldiers, or by grahanam, by simply capturing them, right? And winning. So winning also is similar to dandanam. So here we can take it in the same sense. So shatam is what is desired by the arakshakaha. So it will get the karmatvam by the sutra karturipsitatamam karma, and Devadatta. So from Devadatta he is getting this 100 rupees or coins or whatever. So apadanatvam asti atra. From Devadattam shatam is taken. So apadanatve arakshakaha shatam jayati Devadattat. If the apadanatvam is not vivaksha, then it will get karmatvam by the sutra akathitancha, and the sentence will be arakshakaha shatam jayati Devadattam. Anantaram we have Devadanava Ganaha Sudham Kshiranidhim Mathnati. Mathnati, math dhatu. So to churn. So what is the most desired by the karta by churning? The final product. In this case, the sudha. If you are churning the milk, navanitam. Right? So sudham is the most desired. So the sudha shabda will get karmatvam by the sutra karturipsitatamam karma. And then kshiranidhim. So the sudha is being extracted from the kshiranidhi. So if apadanatvam asti. So apadanatvam vivaksha chet devadanava ganaha sudham kshiranidhehe mathnati. If the apadanatvam is not vivaksha, then it will get karmatvam by the sutra akathitancha, and the sentence would be Devadanava Ganaha Sudham Kshiranidhim Mathnati. Anantaram Charudattaha Devadattam Shatam Mushnati. Here Mushnati, Mush dhatu is also similar to the Dandayati or Jayati. It is equal to, similar to the Jayati. Okay. So same. So it is the same as in the previous case. So Devadattat Shatam Mushnati. If the apadanatvam is vivaksha, if it is not vivaksha, it will get karmatvam by the sutra akathitancha, And the sentence would be Charu Dattaha Devadattam Shatam Mushnati. And then Harati. So Harati is taking away from one place. Okay, it is a little different from Nayati. Nayati is you're just taking from one place and putting it in another place. Harati also means carrying, but it also has a sense of negativity like stealing. Okay, it is carrying. It can be used as carrying, but also can be used in the sense of stealing. So here, Ajapalakaha Gramam Ajam Harati. So he is taking the Aja from the Gramam. So Apadanatvat Ajapalakaha Gramat Ajam Harati. And what is the most desired here by the Ajapalakaha? Aja. So the Aja Shabda will get Karmatvam by the Sutra Karturipsitatamam Karma. If not, and the Grama Shabda, if the Apadanatvam is not Vivaksha, it will get the Karmatvam by the Sutra Akathitancha. And the sentence would be Ajapalakaha Gramam Ajam Harati. Ajapalakaha Gramam Ajam Karshati. Karshati also means taking away. It means farming. Another meaning also is there, which means taking away. So it also behaves similarly to the previous sentence. So the Aja is the most desired. So that will get Karmatvam by the Sutra Karturipsitatamam Karma. If not, and the Grama Shabda will get, if the Apadanatvam is Vivaksha, then Gramat Ajam Karshati. If the Apadanatvam is not Vivaksha, it will get Karmatvam by the Sutra Akathitancha and Gramam Ajam Karshati. Ajapalakaha Gramam Ajam Vahati. Vahati is also same, meaning wise, taking, carrying. Okay, so here also Aja is the most desired, so it will get Pradhana Karmatvam by the Sutra Karturipsitatamam Karma, and Grama Shabda will get Vivaksha asti chet, apadanatva vivaksha asti chet, Ajapalakaha gramat ajam vahati. If the vivaksha of the apadanatvam is not mentioned, then it will get karmatvam by the sutra akathitancha, and the sentence would be Ajapalakaha gramam ajam vahati. So whether a word gets the karmatvam either by karturipsitatamam karma or akathitancha, the Dvitiya Vibhakti is assigned by the Sutra Karmani Dvitiya only. Okay, so that is about, this is the third case, right? This is the third case where a word gets karmatvam. How does a word get a karmatvam? Akathitancha. The second word of a dvikarmaka dhatu, if it's karakatvam, the other karakattvams are not explicitly stated. Avivaksha chet karmatvam bhavati. Kena sutrena akathitancha iti sutrena. Okay, so now let us see another case where a word can get karmatvam. Chhatraha saptaham vasati. Saha godoham tishtati. Akarmaka dhatubihi yoge desha kala bhava gantavyodhva cha karmasanyaka iti vachyam. This is a vartikam. Now what is a vartikam? In Paniniya sutras, the sutras are very precise. So there will be certain things which are explicitly stated in the sutra, and there will be certain things which are not explicitly stated. But they are implicitly implied. For people like us, we cannot understand what is implicitly implied by the sutra. So the Vartikakaras have written these Vartikas for us to understand by that sutra what are other things that are implicitly indicated by Panini Maharshi. The Mahabhashyam and Vartikas, all these, the purpose of all these is to understand the implicitly, what is being implicitly indicated by Panini Maharshi through that sutra, because the sutras themselves are very precise. So this is a Vartika. So what does this Vartika say? Akarmaka dhatubihi yoge, okay, desha kala bhava gantavya adva cha karma sanyaka iti vachyam. So when a desha vachaka shabda or a kala vachaka shabda or a bhava vachaka shabda or a gantavya adva. Adva means margam. Okay. And parimanam. Such words, when they are used in association with a akarmaka dhatu, when they are used in association with a akarmaka dhatu, will get karmatvam. They will get karmatvam. So here the karmatvam is assigned not by a sutra, but by this vartika. That you have to remember. Akarmaka dhatubihi yoge kuru panchaladi deshavachakaha masa samvatsaradi kalavachakaha kriyavachakaha kroshadi marga parimana vachakaha cha karma sanyam prapnoti. So when akarmaka dhatu is used in association with a deshavachaka shabda like kuru or panchala or any such words, okay, which indicate the desha, and words which are kalavachaka like masa, samvatsara, modalagu, like such words. Then kriyavachaka, kroshadi marga parimana vachakaha also. Now let us see some examples, you will understand. Chhatraha saptaham vasati. So the chhatra vasati. Vasati is a akarmaka dhatu. So he stayed or he lived for a week. Okay. So here vas dhatuhu akarmakaha. Tathapi tat yoge saptahasya karmatvam bhavati. So by the above vartika, since vas dhatu is a akarmaka dhatu, the word saptaha, which is used in association with the vas dhatu, will get karmatvam based on the vartika. Tataha dvitiya karmani dvitiya iti sutrena. Once it gets karmatvam, it will get dvitiya vibhakti by the sutra karmani dvitiya. Saptaha shabdaha kalavachakaha. Saptaha, 1 week. It is indicating kala. Anantaram saha godoham tishtati. Sthadhatuhu akarmakaha. Tathapi tatyoge godohasya karmatvam. So here godoham means time taken to milk a cow. So he stood there for how much time? For as much time as it takes to milk a cow. So by the above sutra, since the godoha is indicating time, though not directly, indirectly it is indicating. It is a kriya. Godoham means like milking a cow. But ultimately what is being indicated by this word? The time it takes to milk a cow. So here there is an action, but ultimately it is also indicating kala. So kriya vachaka. We can take this as kriya vachaka shabda. And as per the Vartika, Kriyavachaka Shabdaha also, will get the Karmatvam. And it is also Kalavachaka. Indirectly, finally, it is indicating Kala. So, Go Shabdaha Kriyavachakaha. Prakrita Vakye tu Godohana Kalaha Vivakshitaha Godoha Shabdena. So, the Kala is being indicated here in this statement. Prakrita Vakye. In this statement, the Godoha Shabda is used in the sense of Kala, though it is a Kriyavachaka. Ataha Godohana Kalam Tishtati Ityarthaha. Godoham Tishtati Ityasya. So it will get Karmatvam by the Vartika. It can also get Karmatvam by the Kriyavachaka because it is a Kriyavachaka Shabda. But it is also indicating time. We have to understand that also. Otherwise, the meaning will not be implied. If we don't recognize it as a Kalavachaka Shabda also, the meaning will not be indicated, that he stood for as long as it takes to milk a cow. Idam atra gneyam. Saptaho api Kalavachakaha. Godohopi ante Kalavachakaha eva. Ataha kimartham ubhayoho upadanamiti. Atra Kalashabdena loke Kalatvena prasiddhasyaiva grahanam. Godohastu na tatha. So here why Godoham is again specifically mentioned as a Kalavachaka Shabda is because it can simply be mentioned as Kalavachaka. Why again it is explained in such detail is Kalavachaka Shabdas normally Saptaham, Masam, all these one can easily understand the Kalavachaka Shabda as they can easily recognize them as Kalavachaka Shabda. But Godoham is not directly a Kalavachaka Shabda. We can derive that Kalavachaka meaning from that. Okay, so it is again explicitly explained. That is what is said here. So here we also have Desha, Desha also, right? Desha Vachaka. Let us see an example for Desha Vachaka. So Devadattaha Kurun Swapiti. So Kuru. Here it is given, no? Like Kuru Panchaladi Deshavachakaha. So Kuru Panchala, such words can be used as Deshavachaka Shabda. You can say Kuru Desham, but then just the Kuru also can be used to indicate the Kuru Desham. So Devadattaha Kurun Swapiti. So he slept in the Kuru Desham. So Kurushu. Kurushu Swapiti. Normally it should have been, but by this Vartika, it will get the Karmatvam because it is indicating a Desham. So it will get Karmatvam and Dvitiya Vibhakti. Devadattaha Kurun Swapiti. Charudattaha Masam Aste. Aste means to reside. In this sense, Aste, As Dhatu has meanings of residing, continuing, going. In this sense also it has, but here we can take it as residing. So Charudattaha Masam Aste. He stayed there, resided there for a month. So normally it would have been Mase because it is indicating Kalam and Kaladhikaranam will get Saptami. But here by this Vartika, it will get Karmatvam and then Dvitiya Vibhakti because Kalavachaka Shabdam. And then Balakaha Krosham Aste. This is this Parimana. Here it is given, no, Kroshadi Marga Parimana Vachaka. So like Parimana Vachaka Shabda means measurement. Okay, Balakaha Krosham Aste. So Aste here can be taken as continued on that path. For how long? Krosham, like a furlong. Okay, so here Krosham is indicating the Parimana, the distance, measurement of a distance. So by this Vartika, it will get Karmatvam and Dvitiya Vibhakti. Okay, so let us stop here and we shall continue again in the next class. The next, one second. The next topic will be the Prayojya Karta and Prayojaka Karta. So that we will start again. Okay. One second. So any questions? So, okay, Shanti Mantram. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Namaste Sarvebhyah. Shubhratri. Dhanyavadah.